Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing a cool new speaker from ELAC, the ELAC Muro series of on-walls. This is a bit of a mouthful from a model number. It's the OW-V41L. Now the V41 is essentially the model number. OL states on-wall. The L, they do a slightly smaller version of this, and I'll go into the details when we see the product, but this is the L, the larger or longer version. What makes this kind of cool, and you will see this, is that they have a sealed box. There's no port, and when you are positioning and wall mounting speakers, that's really, really important. And they've really done a very, very good job. Obviously this can be sold and installed as a centre speaker, as a stereo left and right pair, or alternatively a trio of speakers around a television for home theatre applications. And it means that genuinely it's really, really flexible. And the frequency response and dynamic range of this is kind of second to none in its class, which means truly gives you an option for a lovely simple stereo product or home theatre with a real nice lifestyle approach as well. Okay, so let's have a look. Firstly, as you can see from the packaging, the speaker is not huge. We've got comprehensive information in two languages, English being on one side, and again, ELAC Muro Series on-wall speakers. It's the OW-V41L, W because it's white. Okay, obviously B for black. There's a line drawing of what we're going to expect to see, along with a little bit of information about the size of the main drive units. I would suggest that the 4 out of the 41 probably means the 4-inch drivers that they have as well. Opening these is pretty straightforward. The only thing to be careful of is that these are taped and stapled, and so that staple does add an extra sort of level of complexity to opening them. And again, look, nothing's simple when things are stapled. Just kind of yank it, do your best. The first tip and trick, I guess, and it's kind of important, is that as soon as the lid is opened, get rid of the staples. There is nothing worse than either damaging yourself or the table or the carpet or the speaker when you end up sort of slicing them with the metal staples that are on it. Okay, so opening that up, we see the speaker positioned centrally in a bunch of polystyrene. Getting it out's pretty straightforward. Simply roll it over and lift the box off. Okay. Now, in the back we've got a brochure and basic information about the L and the M. There's some stick-on little rubber feet and other things like that. Should be sitting on a side table or something, or underneath the TV. There's a cardboard template. Now this is for the purposes of fixing this to the wall, and it shows clear drill points for the bracketing on the back of the speaker. Okay. There's a desiccant bag, and as we sort of tilt it up and have a wee look, I mean, you'll see that it's been held, protected in transit with the closed cell, polystyrene ends, with a little groove for the grill. Okay, and then getting rid of the last of that packaging. Okay, and the bag itself's not sealed, so it's very, very easy to slip off. Now, the grill is forming that sort of same style that we've seen with ELAC and their debut reference range of speakers, as well as the new Unify reference with that sort of grey two-tone woven cloth. It's fully magnetic, leaving the front of the front surface of the speaker untouched by the plugs and sockets associated with traditional grills, and it means that with the grill off you've still got a really elegant speaker. Nevertheless, the grill is made of MDF. It's got cutaways for the main tweeter and mid-range drivers along with the passive radiators, and some little foam pads to ensure that the magnets won't ever scratch or there'll be any chattering during operation. Now, the centre speaker itself. Firstly, if I sort of hold it up, you'll get a sense of its scale. Underneath a large screen TV, this is going to look quite small. It's a combination of active and passive drive units with two active 4-inch aluminium mid-bass drivers with large annuluses, implying the amount of movement, of course, that it can produce, along with two outer passive radiators to allow the box to be sealed. Now inside there's some porting and other things to ensure that the main active drive units aren't directly coupled with the passives, and of course some bracing giving it a lovely feel. It's got an excellent tweeter and a disbursement cover that not only protects the tweeter because it's a silk dome, but also helps to disperse it widely into the room, and that's really, really good. Looking at it, you can see that the speaker is sort of moulded in two parts. It's got a big MDF box at the back with a sort of a vinyl-y wrap, sort of, and then a painted front surface. The speaker, turning it around just so it's up the right way, also has the two mounting points I alluded to with the template, cardboard template, and large traditional binding posts that are recessed, ensuring that if you're using bare wires, it's very, very straightforward to be able to connect it and keep it essentially flush. Now what it's got is a selector at the back, and please, as always, hang around for some close-up photographs and I'll show you this selector. It allows for vertical or horizontal orientation, and all it does is helps manipulate elements of the crossover network, etc., to ensure that the tweeter disperses naturally and evenly into the room. You can understand anything that's reflecting off a ceiling is going to be abhorrent, and you want a wide soundstage, so the ability to change between a vertical or horizontal setting means that it's going to be very, very easy to maximize the performance in your room. Spinning it around and sort of seeing it in that sort of horizontal center speaker, you can see just how lovely it is. It's got an excellent look and feel, great weight. The frequency response is actually pretty damn good for a speaker of relatively small size. So it gets down to about 45 Hz and goes up to about 35 kHz, so huge frequency response. Again, it's a sealed cabinet, it's got some passive radiators to make sure that you get the excellent performance you would expect, and looks superb. So there we have it. ELAC's brand new OW-V41L on-wall centre or LCR speaker, unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.